Today's CrossFit Open Workout is 11.4. It's a 10-minute AMRAP of 60 bar facing burpees, 30 overhead squats, and 10 ring muscle ups. RX weights are 120 for the men, 90 for the women, Masters 55 and up, 110 for the men, 75 for the women. Once again, I'll be doing Masters RX. We'll start off with a little PSA. Don't forget to start your Apple Watch before you start the workout. And I have what I think is an unpopular opinion, but I don't mind burpees. I've been doing CrossFit for a long time, and I came to the realization a while ago that you either get comfortable with burpees or you just suffer for eternity. We do a lot of burpees. And speaking of suffering, I'm not going to make you guys watch me do 60 burpees in what seemed to be an inordinate amount of time. So we'll speed these up a little bit. To make these seem not quite as bad for me, I ended up breaking these into sets of 10. I figured that'd give me a little bit of a rest in between each set, and actually the rests weren't very long, probably somewhere around 10 seconds or so. I just really wanted to do as much as I could to maintain the intensity and the focus that was needed for this workout. And as far as the strategy goes for this workout, knowing that it's only 10 minutes long, my primary focus was to get through these bar facing burpees as efficiently as possible so that I could leave as much time as I could for the overhead squats. Was I looking forward to the overhead squats? No. But did I think I was going to be able to complete all 30 overhead squats? Also no. But I did want to make sure that I left enough time so I could get at least a few in. You may have noticed that I have made absolutely no mention of the ring muscle ups. And there's a really good reason for that. I don't have ring muscle ups. Gym4Muscles doesn't even have a set of rings. But none of that matters because I really didn't anticipate getting to that point anyway. When you're faced with a high volume workout like this, 10 minutes doesn't seem like all that much time. And although I don't mind burpees, I'm really not very fast at them. So at this point here, I'm halfway done with the burpees and I still have 6 minutes left in this workout. So there's a chance that I can meet my goal and get to the overhead squats. Listen to me talk like I don't already know what happened. Anyway, I do remember somewhere around in this area that I started thinking about what am I going to do if I do get to the overhead squat? How am I going to pick this up? Because 110 pounds is a little bit much for me to snatch, especially with the level of fatigue that I knew I was going to be at. Warming this up before I got started, that 110 snatch was a little dicey. So here I have 20 reps left and about 4 minutes remaining. I felt really confident that I was going to be able to finish these burpees. And don't get me wrong, I always knew I'd be able to complete the burpees. The only real question I had was how many overhead squats would I be able to do? Spoiler alert, it wasn't as many as I thought it'd be. At some point towards the end of these burpees, I do remember thinking, I sure hope I don't trip over this bar. Don't you hate when those thoughts pop into your head? Like I don't have anything else to think about right now. So here I am, last 10 burpees coming up, and I'm almost giddy. Like, hey, I'm about to finish up the hard part. And I do remember feeling pretty good at this point with these last 10 reps. I also remember thinking that if I got through these fairly quickly, I would take maybe a little bit more substantial break before I did the overhead squat, depending on, of course, how much time I actually had left. And as you'll see coming up here in just a couple more reps, I had almost exactly 1 minute remaining. So my hopes of a substantial break kind of went away quickly as I knew I had to get right on this. And as you can see, I power cleaned this and then popped it into the back rack. And then I thought about our dinner plans and if I remembered to turn the iron off before jerking it overhead and then actually doing a squat. And even though I couldn't see the clock, I knew I didn't have much time left, so I just kept squatting. This last one didn't actually count because I didn't stand it up in time. So here I wasn't sure if I was more happy that I hit my goal or that the workout was over. Regardless, I finished in my usual way, which was sitting on the bench, burying my face in a towel and trying not to cry. So CrossFit Open 11.4 ends with 0 rounds and 62 reps. I'll get that logged in and move on to Open 11.5.